Hi, welcome to Stretch. I am in Barcelona and I'm here to help us stretch out when we're in these kind of circumstances. Traveling for a day and a half, walking around the city, it's pretty intense. So I'm going to take us into a place where we stretch everything out and then get ourselves aligned because a lot of our sitting and moving is uneven. So I want to start by sitting right here on the floor with our legs out in front of us. And I want you to lean back just a little bit, pull in that belly, and then bring one foot up. What I'd like you to do is take both hands and separate those toes and squeeze the bottom of the metatarsal and come down to the arch and stroke it with your fingers, squeezing your heel. Then lean back with one hand, lay out, rotate the ankle, breathing 8 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Drop it onto the floor and lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and over time, lift and lower. Let's do that to the other side. So bring this one beside it, bring this one up, starting with the toes, take them apart. Yeah. Push into the metatarsal, stroke the squeeze the heel, put the foot out, rotate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. One, I know, foot really close to the camera. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Put it down. Flex and lower. 2, 3, and 4. All right. So let's do a little bit more. We're going to take ourselves down to the mat. When you get down to the mat, you've been walking around or sleeping in strange positions, you're probably going to feel your back hips a lot. So I'm not going to ask you right away to separate everything, although that might be the best thing to do. Let's just lift into a bridge, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take it up, kind of the opposite position to pushing yourself down into a seat. So we're lifting it to the bridge, and we're going to hold that. And I want you to breathe through that lift. Yeah, nice. Really breathe through it. Really feel the vertebrae getting oxygen flowing through it, just in this lift. Now we take down halfway to just the shoulder blades grabbing. Just hold it right there and give me 4 more breaths. And then lower it until the hips spread out, and then your feet on the edges of the mat and bring those knees together. Beautiful. And we're going to keep breathing. And then bring them upright and then take the legs side to side. I'd like this to be slow little movements so that when you feel the stretch, it comes in a progression. Okay. Try not to let anything deviate, not dropping your head to the side or taking your shoulders off the floor. You want to feel planted in the upper regions of your body. And now bring those legs back to center. Put one foot in the middle, take the other leg across that kind of cocktail tape sitting position, and then take it toward the lower leg to stretch that hip. Breathe into it. And then take it up and release it to the other side. Now, really make the attempt to keep your shoulder down on both sides. Keep that shoulder clavicle facing the ceiling. Push with your hand if you want to get a little more that hip stretch. Then bring it back to center, and then you cross it the other way. Take it toward the lower side. That's when we start to pull from the serratus down to the hip. And then we take it over to the other side. We get a lot more of the oblique along with it. And again, you're going to take that shoulder tight to the floor. And then bring it back to center, separate those legs, knees together, heels feet apart, and lift up into the bridge. You feel a little bit more action going on right here. All right, bring it down. Then we'll put the feet together and knees out because we love counter stretches. They help us explore muscles from all sides. And then bring it back together. Come to bringing one knee in and take the other leg up. I'm going to again take mine very firmly. So back just a little bit. Move this around so I can get put my foot under the bed. All right, so flexing that other foot, bringing that leg in. Now, if your hands in your shin, you want it to come really, really close. Make sure that other foot is flexed out. That creates a separation between the two legs. And then release it and take that out into a circle. We want 8 of these again, our body staying still. 6, 7, and 8, and then reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold it right there in that tabletop position and take it over across again, pushing those shoulders down. Now, when you take the palm to the floor and reach up high, it's not just reaching across. So you may not be able to go as far because the knee might not cross over as much. Very possible. Bring that hand back to center. Bring the leg back to the floor. And bring the other leg in. Nice job. And then you're going to get into happy baby pose. The hand coming to the outside of the foot, pushing down, and then letting the other knee drop away. And again, we're creating the distance between the two legs. Let's take that foot, put it straight on the floor. Bring the other leg in, sliding that other leg out into a flex. We're holding it in there and breathing. All right, release it and take it out to the side. We're a circle for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try not to rock your body. You're opening up this hip. 7 and 8. Where's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Now take it across your body. Reach that hand out to the diagonal. Again, you may not go as far depending on the relationship of the shoulder to the rest of the body. Lats and hips, right? And then bring it in, slide that other leg in. We get that happy baby pose here. And then dropping the knee out from the other side. I know that we do a lot of these movements frequently, but these are really helping with those hips. Put the foot down. I'm going to take one foot, taking it into a passe. So you put your knees side by side, one toward the chest, one in the regular bridge position. Then rotate that knee to the outside and put the foot on the inside of the thigh and then bring yourself up. All right, so you get a little bit of emphasis on the stand leg. And then lower it down. Take that foot down and let's go to the other side. Same thing, you rotate it out and we'll lift it back up. And then lower it down. Put your hands under your knees Open it wide and let's go side to side. Massaging out that back. Okay, I'd like you to bring those feet to the floor. Bring yourself over onto your side. You'll be reaching, taking the top leg into a flat straight. Bottom leg should be extended, mine's underfit. And just hold it right there. We're trying to get these hips from every single angle, right? And then you're going to put the foot down in front. It's going to slide because this floor is really slippery. Then put your hand into that thigh and give it a nice strong push. Now I want you to release it, lift the leg up and take the knee down to the floor. So you're rotating your glute to the ceiling, your foot is pointed, your knee is going down to the floor. You're not rolling forward. There might be a little tilt, but you really want to maintain, maybe put your arm up, maintain that alignment. So you're wrapping it up the other way. Nice. Now push into your hand. We're going to come on over to your knees right here. And your hands walk forward a little bit. That same leg goes back into a flex. So you're pushing that foot into the floor and the heel is going past. Drop your shoulders away from your ears if you feel some, shrugging going on. You always want your head over your tailbone. Now I'd like you to take that leg across the other leg a little bit and flex it into the floor. So that hip, right? Now I want you to flex the other foot. And we're going to take this up into a pike. Right? So you have a crossed elbow pike here. I'd like to drop the front knee, keeping the back knee still pushing into the floor straight. Drop that front knee, drop that front knee, drop that front knee until you bring yourself all the way down. Bring that leg back into position. Good. And then keeping those feet flexed, you're going to take both of them off the floor. Both the legs off the floor for a lifted push. Keep pushing back with that heel. Okay, let's lower it down. Bring the other knee beside it. We're going to do a sit back, cat pose, parallel. Sit back. Sit bones apart, reaching with your arms, sitting as far back as you can with your legs. And then the flank is going to be pigeon. So that flank that was back, when you've been working, you're going to put in front of you. You're going to even those hips out to the floor, flatten that foot, lift your chest up, and then come on down. Make sure you stay evenly addressing that floor. All right, push with both hands. We go back to tabletop. Exhale for 8. Inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. And again, these are flowing ones rather than holding ones. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hold that, hold that, hold that, hold that, hold that. That part. Drop the shoulders down. And then we're going to take those legs forward in front of us from the other side. and feel forward, forward. You're going to feel uneven because this hip is farther back than the other one because it's been released. And then curl up, and then we come all the way down to the other side. Now, bring the top leg back. Back posture, keep pointing the lower leg. Bring it over in front. Push into it. Try not to roll back at any time. And then you're going to lift the leg up and fold it down as much as you can. Push it a little bit maybe, but try not to roll forward. Let's put that arm up. Right. And then we're going into our tabletop. Bring yourself around. Hands under the shoulder, hands under the hips. You're going to push that leg back. Toes into the floor, heel pushing past the foot. Good. Drop the shoulders if you need to. Then take it across. Same thing. Push past that heel. Past that foot. Now you have to flex the other foot and come up into that pike. Nice cross hip pike. No trouble straightening for any of my knee issues. Yes, you can. All right, start to lower that leg. Start to lower. Start to lower it. Start to lower it. Bring it down. Then take the other leg to center. Flex both feet. And come on into the runner's stretch right here. Spread your stretch. Push through that back heel. That's really important. Lower down. Bring that leg up for pigeon. Lift yourself up first. Make sure that you're even in the distribution of weight. Hips are parallel to the floor. And come on down. Come down to your hands or your elbows. Bring it back. Bring back to tabletop. This time, instead of cat cow, we're going to circle those hips. So take them around for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's it. I want to separate those knees. Put the toes into the floor and come up into a wide-legged downward facing dog. Just really wide. There you go. Got it. Now, I want you to rotate the feet inward. Try to push those heels down. It's helping your hamstrings a lot. And then rotate them outward into a turnout. I'll feel that on the inside of your knee. And of course, you're being careful. And bring them back to center. Good job. Come down halfway. And then push it all the way back up. Really push the chest toward the thighs. You want some extra special extension. Okay, one more forward fold. So let's bring it around. Now that both the legs are even. Yeah, those totally different. Come on down. We'll pull through the belly and bring yourself up. I'm going to move myself around a little bit. We're going to come down and work on the back. Because everything in your whole body, right, gets that effect of walking on hard pavement all day. All right, let's just put our heads down, our hands beside our ears, our elbows and shoulders in alignment. And press your belly to the back of your spine. and feel those hip bones touching the pavement. Pavement. All right. So we're going to start the Sphinx. That means we're going to just lift up from the chest to the head. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. I want that to be kind of so self-conscious. I'm going to say, let's shrug it and then drop it away from the ears. Do it again. Shrug it and drop it away from the ears. There we go. Beautiful. Your legs are actually pointing behind you, so they're soft and forward down. All right, we're going to take this down again. Spread those arms out. I can spread them out on both sides, but I'll do my best. And then we'll lift up. All right, not pushing your head back on your neck. Just lift up from the belly button. So that pelvis push down. Good. And then bring it down. Hands under the shoulders and into cobra. Hold the cobra. So now we're going to go into some positions that help us with our hamstring and our back and hip combinations. So let's start by sending the mat out a little bit more, guys. And we're going to have one leg in and the other leg extended. We know this position really well. One of the things I want you to do with this, which we don't often do, is address the position of the extended leg. Let's scoot in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, it's in the camera now. All right, so we're going to drop the leg forward. Feel the rotation. Nope. Try not to come off the floor too much. You might feel a little lift where the glute gives way to the center. All right, and then bring it back to center and then take it back. Good. And again, bring it forward to the flex position. And then take it back. Little toes trying to reach the floor. Right. And then bring it back and let it soften a little bit. Take that flex out of it. Don't point it, just take that flex out of it. So now we're going to come around into a spinal twist. So bring the hands out, one hand behind you, the other hand comes around. We're going to come around by our ear rather than holding onto our thigh. We're going to come by our ear for a nice reach. And you're going to feel that from the front of the hip all the way up to the fingertips. Rotating. Try to lift up. Feel that under the knees too. While you're here, I want to put your hand over your head and take your head across to get some neck extension. And then back up again. That twist. And then come around, rotating your body into the leg and lower you. No flexibility today because my back has been through so much in the last 4 days. Did some stretching, but not the kind I feel would make it change. Now push off. I want you to come over just a little bit more. I put those hands on the floor. So we're getting a reverse twist situation here, but it's not our whole twist. Then bring the legs back inside. And then I want you to 90-90 those legs and lift up. Your hand on your shin over here. We're going to rotate a little bit because it's going to be pull up. So you're going to pull across. Somebody's grabbing your arm. You're looking straight ahead. They're pulling you across, but you have your hand on that shin, right? So that pull has some resistance, so we get some stretch there. Then you're bringing it up and coming over into the bend. And then, of course, don't hold your breath, okay? And pull across again. And then come on over into the bend, keeping that resistance into the joint. Now you're going to land that hand on the floor and walk out with the other hand going in. So a child's pose over that knee. and push long so that your arms are straight. Tiny twist here, and then walk it in. Okay, let's try to do that a little bit. I'm gonna have to scoot this one a little bit, get my leg out. There we go. All right, we're flexing the foot to begin and dropping it forward, dropping it back, dropping it forward, dropping it back, dropping it forward, dropping it back. One more set. Dropping it forward. I can really feel it underneath my knee and dropping it back. Okay, there we go into our spine twist. So the right hand behind us, the other arm goes up. Reach, lift yourself up. Don't let yourself fall back on that back arm. You want to breathe into the shoulders, away from the ears. Go over there. And then bring yourself all the way down over that leg. Whatever you can do. Slower and slower. And then push off, bring yourself up, and then we're going into 90-90. Now I can really do 90-90 on this one very well. So it's a funny knee. So I'm going to hang on to that and reach across, across, across. Bring it up over. Oh God, I'm so tight. Reach across, reach across, reach across. After you do stretch, and bring it in. And again. And bring it over. One more time. Last time. Keep hanging on to that shin. Bring it over. And then both hands take you into a child's pose across that knee. Work yourself up. And the one thing that I didn't do is take that neck across. Good. And then bring it back up. Okay, let's take ourselves into straddle. So I want you to start with a flex. And again, you can have your knees bent. I just really have recommendations that you stay on those sit bones. Push those hands into the floor and lift your chest. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. Now, you're on your fingertips, your palms are off the floor, rock back and forth. So on your fingertips, palms off the floor, rock back and forth. Stay on your sit bones and find your center, right? Good. All right, so find your center here. Put your hands together right here, and then take them over to one side. As if you're going to the side, have a side turn. When these aren't turn positions, the length of the shoulder gets longer downwards. And then bring it back to center and take it over to the other side. And then bring it back to center and then walk it out. As far as you can go, then kind of let gravity become your boss, but then we're going to count with gravity a little bit. But let gravity be your boss for now. And then put your hands on your ankles. It's a little challenge. Put your elbows inside your legs. Push a little bit. There you go. Come on now. Now put your hands on your shins and spider up. Take that elbow and just come up through, and then we're going to go down again. So first we're going to go down to the center. Let gravity help you. Feel that stretch. Push the tailbone back. Kind of mentally push it back. And then put your hands on your ankles. Put your elbows inside and try to give yourself a little bit of a push. All right, hands in the middle of the floor, curl yourself up, bring those legs in, and let's calm them out a little bit. Yay. All right, tuck to the side. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. Regular one. No crossed legs, no open legs, just the regular downward facing dog. And put the hands into the mat. Opening those fingers. You're going to push down with those heels. Pull up with that tailbone. Pull the belly button to the spine. Nice. Push the chest toward the thigh. Now, only come down onto your elbows. Feel the back of it, the legs down. Ooh. Push back, push back. Now come back up onto your palms. Open those fingers. Do that one more time. Now being on your palms feels so easy, right? Down your elbows. And then up to your palms. All right, I'm going to start using some action here. I want you to take one arm out and reach it back toward the opposite ankle. Get a little tug and release it forward. Folding on the other side, alternating for 4. And then switch the tug. And then you're halfway there. Cross and pull. Cross and pull. And last one, cross and pull. So chest toward the thigh, cross and pull. And then one. I'm not going to just pain. Soft knees. Put your hands flat if you can and rock back and forth. Like to the tips of your fingers in the back of your heel. I want it to be that extreme without lifting anything off. Right? All right. Bend those knees, put your hands on your thighs. Pull into the belly and bring yourself up to standing. Whew. All right, let's do this one more time. The best I can to use the space here. It is a small space. What's behind these doors? A little kitchen. It's an apartment hotel. So, all right. And over tailbone. Belly button to the spine. We're going to bring one leg up. Working on our alignment now. Leg, take it to the side. Knees touch down. Go ahead. Put your hand underneath and then take it out. Nice pointed toe. Bring the leg down. Bring it back to center. And then release it to the floor. Other side. Take the leg up. Take the leg up. Take it out to the side. Put your hand underneath it and point it out. It's here against the wall as a dining room table that comes down. All right. Go back to the bend. Bring it back. And take it all the way out. Now, I'm going to get on the balls of your feet. Get on the balls of your feet and hold. And then lift. And lift. You don't lower to the floor. You lift to that balls of the feet position. Lift and lift and lift and lift. Lift both. Hold. Feel strength coming down here. Working on our alignment. Take it out into a little bit of frog position or diamond. Bring it back to center. Take it back out. Bring it back to center. Take it back out. And back to center and lower it down. We're going to lift up into releve. Hold there. Parallel those arms and come on over to one side. Keeping yourself forward. You're definitely dealing with balance right now. Up to the top and over to the other side. So some of you may not be able to come off the floor and have balance after being down, but eventually you will. And then bend those elbows in front and bring them to cactus. Now we're going to tick tock to both sides. Tick tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Opening up our lats, our back and our shoulder. Last two. Now bring the arms together. We've done this a bunch of times. We've got our eagle, wrapping one arm around the other so that the palms are facing each other. Bonus points for the tree pose. Without getting any bonus points. There we go. Oops. Bring the foot down and release the arms and go the other way. My body is so tired. All right, hold it. There we go. And then bring it down and then release those arms back to cactus. And you want to drop the hands, take them behind you and push down in a good position. And then lift. And then let them swing down. Beautiful job. Swing down. Good. So separate those legs. Hips to the rib cage, up and up and up and up and up. You got 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's do those circles. Take it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. One. And then I want us to do a washing machine, but I want it to be super slow so that you're stopping on both sides and letting the arms kind of fall back. Fall back. Nice. You're going to feel the benefit of this, even though it seems very subtle. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And bring your hands right to the center. Push those shoulder blades together. Take them down. Marionette arms. Push those shoulder blades together some more. Then release into the center. And then bring those arms down. Let them swing. And let's breathe it up 3 times. Take it up and down. 2 more up and down. Last time up and down. Thank you for the stretch. That was one of a travel series that we're really in a small space and trying to get all that sitting in airplanes and walking all day long into a nice, healthy position. See you on the next trip.